Keith, great to chat. Our final one for the year. The nuclear issue is continuing to dominate a lot of discussion, but you haven't got the states on board, certainly not the LNP government in Queensland. David Crisafulli reiterating today that nuclear is not part of their plan. How do you sway them and win the broader debate?
Well, it is a broad debate. We're talking about what Australia looks like in 2050 and beyond. And so no one pretends that that's easy. And we always acknowledge that you've got to take Australians with you, and that includes taking the states with you. And that takes time. So we're prosecuting that argument now. And so we don't need to have everyone signed up, ready to go. We're working through that detail now, and we're working through that debate now. But what we've seen from Peter Dutton and Ted O'Brien is a vision for Australia's energy security in 2050, a net zero energy security plan that includes 50% renewables.
Has it been a bit rough around the edges, though, this argument, given there was the statement at the announcement that the impact on prices had not been modelled, and then claims subsequently that, in fact, it's going to reduce prices by 44%? That was all a bit messy, wasn't it?
Well, things worth doing are messy. If this was easy, it would have been done decades ago. There's been a lot of commentary around, oh, well, yeah, I support this, but I wish we did it 10 years ago. I wish we did it 20 years ago. Because we reach points like this where governments and leaders say, oh, it's all too hard. Well, Peter's not that sort of leader. He doesn't say it's all too hard. He said, I will embrace that difficulty and I will push through in the national interest, because that's what this is about. It's about Australia's future in 2050. And I'm a member in Melbourne, and we know that our population here will be the size of London by 2050. So this isn't just the energy system for today, it's the energy system for then, with all of the IT demands that we'll have, the hospital demands, the extra population and infrastructure. We will need a greater energy system that is world-class and reliable. On
the economy, Jim Chalmers says the government's been vindicated in terms of its approach, that it was not going to and did not take the advice to slash and burn, and has saved jobs in the process. Is that going to be a tough one to counter as we head into the election season?
Australians have never had it tougher in terms of their budget. So for the Treasurer to talk up his report card like that is insulting to them. We've had 7 quarters of negative GDP growth per person. So Australians are feeling a per capita recession. So they want the Treasurer to be focused on their budgets and their problems. And it isn't about either slash and burn or spend whatever you want. It's about having an efficient government, because families are tightening their budgets. The onus is on the Treasurer to make sure that the Commonwealth tightens it. But instead, we've seen this explosion in spending, and the Reserve Bank has told us that that is contributing to inflation. So if the government actually wants to help Australians this Christmas, they've got to bring that spending back. And you can do it if you do the work. Again, these are hard things to do, but we would like the government to step up to hard problems.
Keith Wolahan, thanks for your time, and throughout the year, all the best for Christmas and the New Year. Thanks.
You too, and Merry Christmas to you, your family and your viewers. I really appreciate you having me on.